Around the world, a storm is brewing. It's not the kind of storm that occurs naturally. This is a storm that is having catastrophic global consequences. It is a storm that began around 1949, but picked up in earnest around 1998. You may ask, what kind of storm could have global impact? This storm has the potential to wipe out all life on Earth. This storm has a name. Some call it SAG, or Stratospheric Aerosol Geoengineering, SRM, or Solar Radiation Management. It's what scientists call geoengineering. Geoengineering is the artificial modification of Earth's climate systems through two primary ideologies: solar radiation management and carbon dioxide removal or sequestration. In short, the proposed purpose of geoengineering is to remediate anthropological climate change. In other words, governments are spraying chemicals into our atmosphere to counteract the chemicals man has been releasing into the atmosphere through industry and travel. It is the scientists' answer to the environmental damage mankind has caused in the world. Geoengineering has had such a profound effect on our environment that Crayola even changed the color of their sky blue crayon to match what we actually see versus what sky blue used to look like. So why haven't you ever heard of it? Well, if you get your news from the mainstream media, here is a telling reason why.
A child's happiness is priceless, especially on a birthday.
A child's happiness is priceless, especially on a birthday.
A child's happiness is priceless, especially on a birthday.
A child's happiness is priceless, especially on a birthday.
Well, child's happiness
system, and what will the policies be? And this took place about a year ago in February 2013.
So there have been a variety of schemes proposed, ranging from zany to pretty low tech. And they all have to do with getting aerosols into the stratosphere and keeping them there for years and years and years. So, for example, if we used existing technology, if we used aircraft, this would be the equivalent of taking a small airline and just saying, you do nothing but spray aerosols in the stratosphere for the next.
I say proposed because even though we can see with our own eyes what the government is spraying over our heads, no one is admitting that it's even happening. They say these are only proposals we may need to use. What are the main constituents of these proposed programs? The main ingredients of geoengineering chiefly are aluminum oxide, barium, and strontium. And although the over 160 patents for climate modification include far more deadly and sinister ingredients: depleted uranium, sulfuric acid, and probably scariest of all, biological fibers. What are the consequences of spraying these chemicals globally? The resulting damage to our planet is physically nauseating. Shredded ozone, resulting in more damaging UVB and UVC rays reaching the surface of the Earth, destroying arboreal forests, killing beneficial soil microbes as well as phytoplankton. Most people think we get most of our oxygen from trees. However, 60% comes from phytoplankton. Global pelagic fish stocks, such as tuna, salmon, and mackerel, are almost completely wiped out. The phytoplankton that's being destroyed is the start of the web of life. Rising global temperatures, methane mass expulsion, heavy metal toxicity has nearly decimated our honeybees. And as Albert Einstein said, 4 years after the honeybees go, so does humanity. Increased soil pH so as to make our soils infertile for heirloom crops. Don't worry though, Monsanto has developed GMO seeds that thrive in high pH, heavy metal infused, moisture poor soils. An exponential rise in heavy metal toxicity related diseases: Alzheimer's, ADHD, autism. If you think things couldn't get any worse, we are also currently in the 6th mass extinction event, termed the Holocene. Species are dying at a rate 10,000 times background extinction. The effects of global geoengineering are all-encompassing. It is truly a case of the cure is worse than the disease. The problem with playing God with our planet is once humans take over control of the natural processes of the Earth stops responding, resulting in an increased need for spraying. Hence, the more they spray, the more they have to spray. The natural process the Earth uses to counteract the effects of increased CO2 concentrations is to increase rainfall so as to precipitate excess carbon out of the atmosphere. However, as geoengineering continues, we've actually seen a global decrease in worldwide rainfall. Yes, you see incredible deluges in some areas, where in others there is catastrophic drought. See California. It is a foregone conclusion that if the geoengineers stop spraying, it will result in a springback effect, the result of which will be billions of deaths. However, if we don't stop this interference, surely it will be the death of us all. Mother Earth will undoubtedly respond to fix herself. I just wonder if anyone will be around to see it.
One day I met a woman, and she had been to school. She had a physics class, and she knew all the rules. Them there ain't chemicals trailing in the sky. Those rice crystals. And she flashed an evil eye. Well, on that very day, they were spraying all they had. By 12 o'clock, the sun was gone and things were looking bad. Strontium, aluminum, barium in the sky. I saw those